have been plagued by electrical issues. However, turn signal here doesn't work, whereas here it does work. The wipers started to shut down. Sometimes they would work, sometimes not. As you can see, both headlights working. See turn lights. Yes, working as well. Awesome. Let's try wipers. Problem solved. Magic. Hey guys, so this is my Ram 1500. It's year 2014, so it's 8-year-old now. It's a 5.7 liter Hemi and it's big horn model, crew cab. And I have been plagued by electrical issues since probably months and months ago. They've been accumulating. So for the past 2 years, I've had an issue where on some bumps or something happened, and basically my headlight on one side and actually opposite side and turn light was kind of switching off. But then the things I would do is attach some wires, and it seemed like it would go away and like reset codes. Then in extreme conditions, past year or so, when that happened again, I unplugged my whole fuse box right underneath the wires and plugged it back, and it kind of worked. But then things resurfaced again, and what started happening is my wipers started to shut down. Sometimes they would work, sometimes not. One time I was driving on highway in rain and completely everything went out. So this is for Ram guys. If you have electrical issues, we'll see if what I'm gonna do right now is gonna get rid of many of them, because I couldn't find videos on YouTube that describe my combination of issues. And so besides that, I also had Windows issues. My front two windows sometimes wouldn't open. I kind of disconnected wires in the door, right? Greased some of that stuff. Seemed like it was happening, everything was good, but after a while also things happen. And usually when I scan, like there is no engine light code, but when I scan with my device, I do see there is a front control module underneath it grouped, which supposedly this truck doesn't have anymore. It's third gen that had front control module. I think it's part of like body control module now, but maybe the system gives it like this, still kind of listed on the front. Who knows? So I do have usually actually fog light, ground circuit short, message in there, then the headlight, obviously, the turn light, the parking light, and none of it comes up as an engine code. But when I would reset it in the past and things would go away, as well as a few times I disconnected that fuse box, things would go away. Until some months ago, where I did all the things that I did, I dielectric greased all the points inside fuse box, all the connectors, even fuses, and that's it, nothing helps, right? So I'm like, what to do? Went to dealership, because I'm so outfitted. They sent me away. They opened up a hood, they saw all these extra wires, they're like, we're not gonna work on it. And I'm like, there's nothing between the battery and the truck itself, right? It's completely stock. All the extra wires, whatever, go to my relay box, to which all of this stuff is connected. But right, they're like, I'm not sure. Dealerships, basically, they just won't touch. So I'm like, where do I go? Where do you find electrical mechanic, right? Go to mechanic, sure, it's fine, it's simple, but electrical stuff, it's kind of tricky, right, with modern cars. One side is not working here on the driver's side, as well as the front one on the driver's side, and also this turn signal on both lights isn't working. See, I'm actually wrong, I forgot. It's this side works, so the rear doesn't work. It's like diagonal, but this one works. However, turn signal here doesn't work, whereas here it does work. Actually, no, turn right side. Yeah, I think this one works. Anyways, lots of issues. So right now I have turn signal going this way, and now as you can see it's not working. Also, if you notice, the headlights is blinking headlights. It's been kind of routine, and when it was colder season, I had the blinking thing wouldn't go away for like good 10 minutes. And again, I would scan, there's the messages, grounding thing, I would reset and nothing would help. Let's see actually if my wipers work right now, because it's completely unpredictable. Usually lately they haven't been working. Yeah, I'm turning, they're not working, nothing's happening. If I do front windows, nothing's happening. Even though I took apart the whole door, re-greased everything, it kind of worked and then stopped the day after. So what I ordered is new power distribution center. Essentially it's a whole fuse box. They used to be, I think it used to be called TPM on Gen 3 RAM. Like, they're no longer called like this. I was surprised, right? You would also call it fuse box, but apparently not. It's a power distribution center. And so my older one, when I open it up with all the fuses, right, I do have like little drips of mud and things like that, right? Because I've been going off-road, and fins probably splashed, and obviously inside connection here, right, there's some kind of motherboard, something, maybe corrosion. I didn't see anything really, but I've seen some videos on Gen 3 RAMs, people that, or in forums, that supposedly when they substituted the whole fuse box, lots of electrical issues went away. I'm hoping it's the same thing for me, because I don't need to reprogram anything if I change this. I costed like $400 Canadian, we're in Canada. But I'm hoping for that. If not, I don't know what it is. Obviously it's many issues. It's got to be some kind of a hub system somewhere. The next thing I would think is probably body control module, but that thing I would need to go to dealership or someone to actually reprogram if they change it. And plus I'm not even sure if I can go to dealership, because they sent me off, right? They're like that. Or maybe go to some electrical mechanic and they would order and reprogram somehow, who knows. So let's swap this, let's see if a bunch of my stuff goes away. Let's find out. Obviously let's disconnect here the negative terminal. Just a quick disconnect here. I usually put some kind of rubbery thing, something, right? And this is what I meant here by relay box that I have. S-pod system is just sitting on top of a fuse box. Right, this is what all the aftermarket everything is connected to, and I have a little dash screen inside my truck and suction cups. It's been working awesome, this system. It's got 8 slots, and yeah, it's been serving me for a good 5 years, I think now. Yeah, so I had to break off this thing in order for me to be able to actually reach the fuse box and do things, as well as other mechanics when we tried some stuff in the past. And hopefully, yeah, I'm probably gonna install this thing differently somewhere else. I'm not sure yet. But in order for me to take out fuse box, there's one here on where I'm connecting wire and bolt I need to unscrew. And now we just need to disconnect all these plugs here. I gotta make sure I remember what connects where. This is the stuff I had to I dielectric greased before. That kind of helped a few times, but just not past few times. Okay. When you get this new thing, I noticed that all the fuses were not properly punched in, so I had to like press everything. Just make sure you do that. That's the thing, right? Like over the years, and I've been to a couple of deep crossings, water crossings up to the hood, and I was like, oh crap, because even though I do have snorkel on this truck, none of the fuse box stuff here is insulated, and it's almost on the same level. So that snorkel is technically for dust situations and traveling with people in caravans and convoys. These wires are much shorter. Alright, so here comes moment of truth. Let's see if it actually did anything. Of course I forgot to plug the battery temporarily. Now moment of truth. It won't start. Did I not plug something correctly? What is going on? Okay, now I know. In that rush, I forgot to connect that wire. I had to unscrew over here from the fuse box. Alright, now is the moment of truth. Both headlights not working right now. Oh, because I was on auto, right? It's not dark yet. But headlight is already working, this one. As you can see, both headlights working. The fog light is working. So this definitely, I just switched it, right? And all of a sudden working. So certainly that fixed this issue. Let's see turn light. Yes, working as well. Awesome. Let's try wipers. Problem solved. So guys, now you know, if you got a bunch of stuff going on, electrical things, blinking lights, shutting off things, you've been struggling, so on and off, your random things come up, random codes that are not in the system, you can just, as a first measure thing, before going dealership and completely this whole reset computer thing and digging in deeper, just go buy, especially in the States, it's much cheaper, just go buy a new power distribution center, sub it, magic. Unfortunately, however, the magic for my Windows didn't happen. Still not working. There's got to be some kind of contact thing here going on. Again, I'll probably need to open the door again, this whole thing, try to play with contact. So it's definitely an independent issue going on here. So guys, I hope this helped you. I was really scratching my head for months literally, right? And it's been kind of dangerous to drive around with turn signal not working, but because I'm big, people would give me away in the back, and I would look in the mirror, right, to change lanes and so on, to be careful. Yeah, so this is Ram 1500, 2014, 5.7 liter Hemi, and it's a big horn. Just switch power distribution center. That's it. Ciao.